Being scared of approaching women is limiting a lot of guys to opportunities that they can have with beautiful girls that they find every day. Approach anxiety is it's very bad, although it's socially acceptable these days. Or it shouldn't be socially acceptable. And approach anxiety is limiting a lot of guys to opportunities that they can have out there. So if you are having approach anxiety, in this video I'm going to be showing you some tips that you can use to get rid of your approach anxiety and become very free and very fluid in meeting women out there. My name is Michael Ogbe and you're welcome to Think Out Loud. In this channel, I talk about seduction and psychology. I merge those two terms together so that I use psychology to talk about seduction, the psychology of seduction, and not just seduction. Understanding what seduction is all about is going to help you to improve on yourself as a man in various aspects of your life, especially when it comes to women. So, if you are new to this channel and you want to have more content like this, I would advise you subscribe to this channel, give it a thumbs up, like the video and comment. So, what is approach anxiety? We have all heard of the term before, and there have been a lot of YouTube videos on this topic. So, I'll just go straight to the point. When you are scared of approaching a girl or a lady that you find on the street, it means you have approach anxiety. When you see a girl on the bus that you really find attractive, you think she's beautiful and you actually want to speak with her, but you look left and you look right and you find a lot of eyes looking at you, and you say, no, don't worry, she's not really worthy, let me not talk, let me not speak with her. Then you have approach anxiety. Approach anxiety comes in various forms and colors, and it's something that is really eating up to guys these days. Majority, I've had a lot of friends that will want to like speak with girls and they just say, oh, don't worry, I'll try tomorrow. Or she always pass by every day, I'll speak to her tomorrow. That's how you have approach anxiety, bro, and it's not really going to help you in any way with women. So this thing called approach anxiety is called by so many things, but to summarize those so many things, I'll just like give five causes in general. Number one is unworthy feeling, like feeling unworthy, and it all boils down to having poor self-esteem. Like when you have low self-esteem, you have that feeling of unworthiness. I'm not actually worthy to speak with her. Man, told you are not worthy. Like, what makes you not worthy? You are a human being. She's also a human being. So, like, what are you talking about? Why are you not worthy? But that's the feeling that many of you are having. That's the feeling that most guys are having these days. You find out that they are not worthy. Probably they are short, or they don't have money, or they are not looking nice. Also, like, what the hell? Why can't you speak with her? The girl you are speaking with, does she have money? Do you think she's dressed well? There are girls that are actually shorter than you, or do you think height is everything? So it all boils down to self-esteem. I've seen guys that are very short and they have the self-confidence of people that are way taller than them. So why can't you have that same self-esteem? So majority of all these things boils down to our upbringing. Most families, society, and religion have made or have caused most guys to have approach anxiety, in the sense that they have denied their sexuality. This is another reason, another cause of approach anxiety. When you deny your sexuality as a man, you deny your attraction to women because you have one religion or family view or society view that tells you that it is wrong to have desires or have feelings for women. As weird as it sounds, it's actually real out there. Like people actually thought that having sexual feeling for a woman is actually wrong. I've heard so many people giving that complaint that is it not wrong, is it not bad? So denial of sexuality actually causes that. Then fear of social risk is another cause of approach anxiety when you are finding it difficult to approach because of the peering eyes that are all around you. Social risk. You are worried about how people are going to perceive you, what people are going to say about you when they find out that you are expressing sexual interest in a lady by approaching her on the road, on the street, in the bus, in the car, wherever you might find them. Fear of rejection is another thing. When you are afraid of being rejected, when you approach her and she says, no, I don't like your style, or I'm not interested, or whatever. Some people are actually afraid of that. They are being afraid of being put down. Being uncomfortable with strangers is another reason. Obviously, any girl that you are meeting on the road, some of them might actually be strangers to you because it's not everybody that you find that are actually known to you. Some of them are strangers. You are strangers to them and they are also strangers to you. Most people find difficult to approach strangers or are actually very uncomfortable around strangers. So when you are uncomfortable around strangers, it actually breeds approach anxiety. So all these are some of the major causes of approach anxiety. So how do you actually solve this approach anxiety? If you have approach anxiety, if you suffer from approach anxiety, then you should be doing the following. These are some tips that will help you to deal with approach anxiety. Number one, you have to train your mind to overcome approach anxiety with these tricks. One, you need to understand that the whole world is a family of strangers. I'm a stranger, I might be a stranger to you, might be a stranger to me. But the moment I interact with you and I speak with you for the first time, that sense of being strange actually dissolves. We are no longer strangers because we have actually met and we've spoken. You know my name, I know yours, and we share things in common, you understand? So we're no longer strangers, we've met. So the whole world is a family of strangers, and everybody is a stranger to you until you meet them. Until you meet someone that you've not met before, that person remains a stranger to you. The moment you meet the person and interact with the person ceases to be a stranger. I call this trick the family mentality. Of course, obviously, your family members are not strangers to you. So, if you have that family mentality, you can use it to streamline your confidence because it will make you to have that bold move you can use now to walk up to a lady and actually have a conversation with her. The trick works this way. If you find a girl that you find attractive that is walking on the road, then you look at her and say, okay, well, she's a stranger, but she is only a stranger because I have not met her. If I meet her, then she ceases to be a stranger. So why don't I approach and meet her? So that is it. Go for what you want, guys. Like if you actually want to do something, do it. Stop thinking about the challenges or how the 1001 ways is going to go wrong. Think about how it is actually going to go out right. You need to program your mind to see the positive aspect of things. If you actually expect something to happen in a particular way, it's going to happen that way. If you actually expect her to ignore you, she will ignore you. If you expect her to reject you, she will reject you. But if you actually walk out to her and you are expecting her to embrace your approach and accept you, then she's actually going to do that because people have a particular energy that they portray out there, and women and girls can actually feel it. So if you go there confidently, okay, I've not met you before. How are you? What's your name? My name is this. Just pick up a conversation like that and roll on that way. Then she'll find you that you have self confidence, and she can begin to communicate with you. You know. So this trick actually works anywhere. Like it's not about her. It's actually about you. She doesn't have any problem with anybody, no matter how um snobbish she might seem or uninterested she might be, just have it at the back of your mind that even if she's a stranger, I can bring her that familiarity from her. Just imagine that you've actually met her before and you know her, and continue from there and communicate with her. Now, some people are finding it difficult to communicate with girls because they are short of things to talk about. They feel that even after she speaks with me, how can I continue the conversation that way? Well, I think the reason is this. It all boils down to the familiarity concept. I know some of you will speak with your parents or your siblings for 13 hours straight up without getting tired, and you don't actually think of things to say, things to talk about just keep on coming in, you know. The same way, if you can talk with somebody that you find attractive, then all these things should just come your way naturally. The things to talk about can just come up naturally. And things to talk about are not really hard the way you think about it. If you find a girl walking down the street, think of the things around her, around you that connects the both of you. It will be the way she's walking, it could be the clothes she's putting on, it could be somebody that you find her speaking with, you know, it could be an item you found on her. Just you can just walk up to her and use that as an excuse to begin a conversation. You can just say, okay, I just walked up to you and found out that you're putting on very nice shoes. I really like them, and I think a shoe like this is going to be good on my sister. Can I have an idea on where to get a shoe like this? You know, she will actually say, "Oh, wow, your sister. Okay, actually, this kind of shoe is Gucci. I got it in Barcelona or wherever she got the shoes from." And if you actually think that she will speak with you that way, she's actually going to speak with you that way. So why not give it a try? And from there, you can just escalate and continue the conversation that way. Now, mind you, you actually know your aim of speaking with her. You don't just want to talk about the issues. You actually have to take the conversation further. How do you take the conversation further? You escalate. I might be doing another video on that because I only want to talk about dealing with approach anxiety on this video. But when you are actually approached, you want to continue your conversation to involve um deeper feelings or deeper conversation that will actually make you guys bond together and become more intimate and sexual if that's your aim. Conversations like this are just openers. They are not actually going to get you anywhere. Get, but these are just openers that you can use to dissolve that fear and improve your confidence and actually make that approach. So I hope you've gotten value from this video. I urge you to practice. You guys, you need to practice. Without practice, it's not going to sink. Like you can only get this information and it will be dormant. Without practicing it, is not going to lead you anywhere. So I urge you remove any form of shame from your mind. Approaching girls and speaking your desire with her is not bad, it's not evil as you've been taught. So I hope this video has actually added value to you, and if you've not subscribed, please do so, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.